Hi guys, Dazzie here with another episode of my top 20 selling comic books of the week. This time it is episode 198, and tonight I will be discussing the best selling comic books on eBay for the weekend in the 26th of September 2022. Now, since coverpost.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics, and they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling books. As always guys, let's find out if you can beat me. It's not difficult, but before we continue, if I could perhaps ask you for a subscription, a like, a share, a comment, ding that bell for notifications. It all really helps out Milo Great Productions. Okay, starting in at number 20 in our list is a book from 1992. And when you think of Image Comics, for me, I think of Spawn. Yeah, he's one of the most beloved modern day characters, driven by nostalgia and McFarlane fans. His first appearance remains one of the best sellers on my top 20. Number 20 on our list is Spawn, issue number 1, guys. Yeah, the first appearance of Spawn, who was Albert Francis Al Simmons. It's also the first appearance of Mel Buglia, Jason Wynn, and Wanda Fitzgerald. Now, they all appeared in that first Michael J. White Spawn movie. It's basically a B movie, isn't it? But it's also the first appearance of Sam and Twitch, and they're greenlit to get their own Netflix live action show. It's also the issue that boasts a pin-up a pit. It's the second title published by Image Comics, and like I said, gorgeous McFarlane artwork. And he has been front and centre again, because I think he's been doing a lot of signings of late. The book sold 20 copies this time around, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 107%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $222. Raws on average now going for $38. I've only ever found 2 copies. That one I paid £1.31 for, a nice minty copy. Comic book car boot Tony came round. He's like the comic book Santa, big bag of books, and I picked out some fantastic keys. And I found one probably last year in Cardiff, paid 7, made nearly 30 from it. A great seller, keeps going strong. Yeah, like I said, Jamie Foxx we're getting in the new adaptation, and I think Jeremy Renner is going to be playing either Sam or Twitch. I think it's a very dark horror story, this one, as Jamie Foxx has seen the costume he's going to be wearing. Number 19 on our list is another book from 1992, but this time it is Marvel. And Marvel have quietly and slowly been introducing characters that have held a roster spot on the Midnight Suns. We've had Black Knight, we've had Moon Knight, and we've had Blade. Yeah, collectors are thinking the Midnight Suns are coming in. I'm one of those that are included. Can't wait for the supernatural element of the MCU. Of course, we're getting the Werewolf by Night Halloween special. I saw the trailer for that recently. Loved what I saw. Number 19, like I said, is the main team when it comes to the supernatural side, and that is the Midnight Suns. And they first appear, of course, in Ghost Rider, issue number 28. First cameo appearance of the 9, aka the Midnight Suns team. Ghost Rider, who was Danny Ketch in this issue, Johnny Blaze, Morbius the Living Vampire, Blade, Hannibal King, Frank Drake, Sam Buchanan, Victoria Montesi, and Louise Hastings. It's also an early appearance of the Night Stalkers team, which appeared in the Blade Trinity movie. We've also got the first appearance of Caretaker, who appeared in the first Ghost Rider movie, and the Hellstrom TV show, which I watched. First appearance of the second Lilith, who was Kilia, and the first appearance of Meat Market, the offspring of Lilith. There's a fantastic video game out there at the moment that showcases the Midnight Suns. This book tracked 17 copies sold this time around, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 123%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $141. Raws on average now $32. I paid £1.32 for this unbagged version, and to go with that, I have the collector's polybagged version, which I paid just £1 for. Keep putting yourself out there, guys. I've found so many of those. They are plentiful. Don't pay eBay prices. Okay, number 18 on our list, 1990, Marvel. And perhaps one of the most iconic covers in Spider-Man and Tom McFarlane's time at Marvel. This book is finally picking up speed. Yeah, the issue started the wealth of homage covers that we get today. And additionally, this is the first issue that shows Tom McFarlane Felix the Cat drawings. Yeah, he hides them in his artwork. And the reason apparently is quite interesting. It can be found on his blog. Number 18 on our list is a book I always thought I owned. I'm probably the only person on the planet who doesn't own it. Is Spider-Man. Issue number 1, of course, the regular Todd McFarlane cover. Like I said, guys, there are numerous printings of this. There's a silver version. There's a gold version. I think there might be a black version. They're all out there, guys, anyway. I've passed on them in the past. There's not too much in the guts. The book, though, sold 16 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 132%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $159.99. However, on average now, those high-grade books, grades, are going for around about $91. We're talking 9.0 and above. Raws currently run you in a near mint around about $20. Okay, number 17 on our list, and of course, with the San Diego Comic-Con news drop that we are going to be getting an Avengers Secret Wars movie. Yeah, cannot wait. Very, very exciting. This is a book that competes with a book I showed in my latest haul. That is that 2015 Secret Wars issue number 1. Number 17 on our list from 1984 is Marvel Superhero Secret Wars issue number 1. I've got the majority of this run, including some of the bigger books, but I don't own this one. I think I passed on it at Com recently for about 30 quid. I'll pick one up eventually, but I'm not paying above the odds. I'm certainly not paying eBay prices. What numbers has this one done? It sold 21 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 100%, with a high sale CGC 9.8. Wow, going for $700. Raws on average now in near mint, going around about $64. Okay, number 16 on our list, Marvel again, but this time a recent release. Yeah, this recent Edge of Spider-Verse series has spent every issue introducing a new Spider-Verse character, and this issue introduces the new Spider UK. And this design variant is an excellent highlight of the new Spider-Verse inhabitant. Yeah, number 16 on our list, guys, is Edge of Spider-Verse issue number 2, the Zoe Thorogood design 1 in 10 variant. Do like the look of that? Yeah. Coming from the UK, right up my alley. Yeah. Get more UK characters out there. What numbers did this one do? Well, it sold 26 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 82%, with a high sale raw copy going for $19.99. On average now, though, near mints are going for just $9. That's not bad for a 1 in 10. Okay, number 15 on our list, another recent release. I'm watching the Sandman show. It's a tough watch for me, I've got to be honest, guys. I'm making my way through. I think I've done 2 episodes now, but yeah, I don't know. The budget doesn't seem to really stretch. I know they got a good cast, but the special effects are a little bit off for me. I always found the comics themselves a tough read as well. But I'm going to stick with it, you know. I was a big fan of Lucifer, the show Lucifer. Of course, we're getting a total gender swap and all that with this, but I'll give it a go. But Sandman on Netflix has a large amount of positive reception, and this number 1 reprint was done in a promotion of the show. Number 15 on our list is Sandman, the Netflix special edition issue number 1. I must admit, this is the kind of book I may pick up. I'm not the biggest Sandman fan, but when it's tied to a show, I like to pick them up. What numbers did this one do? Well, it sold 21 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 116%, with a high sale raw copy going for $21.50. However, raws on average now, $9. But that's not bad when you consider that book, the original price, was free. Number 14 on our list. What's more to say about this big boy book of the modern era? Yeah, Miles Morales, he's coming, isn't he? It's just a matter of time, guys. Rumour has it that he's already been cast in the MCU. Of course, he was alluded to by Electro. We're getting into the Spider-Verse 2 as well. It's all happening for Miles. Number 14 on our list, of course, has to be Autumn at Fallout, issue number 4, the first printing. First appearance of Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man. It's also the issue where Reed Richards becomes the Maker, a turning point where an evil Richards explains his new philosophy of the world to the children of tomorrow. Paid £13.90 for this copy in March of 2018. Treated myself. Nice, high grade. Then, of course, my best stealth buy from last year. Another copy from Bristol for £1. Yeah, in basically a second-hand or antique store. This book sold 20 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 115%. A high sale CGC 9.8 went for $2,276. That's come down a bit. Raw's on average now $752. Oh, I can wish, can't I? Off me pound. See where we get to. Okay, 13 on our list. I thought the show started fantastically well. We're talking She-Hulk, the district attorney. Yeah, first 2-3 episodes. I love the casting of Abomination. Great to see Tim Roth back. But it's got a little bit weak. I thought I haven't seen today's episode, but last week's I thought was pretty poor. Yeah, we got that nod to that great Netflix Marvel hero, didn't we? You probably know what I'm on about. But yeah, I'm expecting a little bit more. But the book is still selling well. Number 13 on our list is the She-Hulk issue number 1, or the Savage She-Hulk issue number 1 rather, from 1980. First appearance and origin of She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters. First appearance of Nicholas Trask. The origin of the Hulk is retold. And of course, there's a cover homage to Incredible Hulk issue number 1 from way back in 1962. What numbers did this one do? Well, it sold 24 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 112%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $719.99. Currently on near mint Raws are going for $132. I paid 20 quid for mine, probably a VF copy, but that was back in 2017 at the Birmingham Con. Good price. Number 12 on our list. Yeah, I have just watched the first episode of Andor, and I loved it. Yes, it was dark, it was gritty, what I want in Star Wars. I've got high hopes for it. I'm very excited for the future of it. Yeah, recently Grogu appeared in comics for the very first time, and what a great character. This is a book that showcases that. The 1 in 50 you'll see later on. But this time, dropping in at number 12 is Star Wars The Mandalorian, issue number 2, the Salvador La Roca, 1 in 25. Yeah, it's all about Grogu here, guys. Here is your book. Great looking cover. And yeah, of course, I've seen the trailer for season 3 of The Mandalorian. Cannot wait. There is that 1 in 25 incentive to The Mandalorian. I'll pick up some of those books eventually in charity shops. I don't do New Comic Book Day, guys, so I'm missing out on a lot of the new stuff. I'm working at the time, just can't get there. But this book, this 1 in 25, sold 33 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 136%. A high sale raw copy went for $34.64. However, near mint raw averages now are just at $12. Yeah, Grogu, he's out there. Number 11 on our list. I think Grogu cameoed in that issue 1. That was the first full appearance, I guess, in issue 2. Number 11 on our list. Back to that fantastic run of superhero Secret Wars. People are expecting this to happen in the films. I'm not so sure. It's all about the alien suit in Marvel Superhero Secret Wars issue 8. Yeah, that's number 11 on our list. The origin of the black symbiote costume that becomes Venom. The second appearance of Spider-Woman, who is Julia Carpenter, or I think we may see in that Secret Wars movie. Spider-Man's new black costume is explained as an alien costume. Spider-Man's black costume first appeared in 3 issues. Amazing Spider-Man issue 252, which I have. Marvel Team Up 141 and Spectacular Spider-Man issue 90, which were all published in May of 1984, 7 months before the release of Secret Wars 8 in December. However, in Marvel's continuity, and this is the important part, the events in Secret Wars 8 take place before all those issues I just mentioned. Yeah, Julia Carpenter is rumoured perhaps for that Madam Web movie from Sony. This book has always been pretty pricey. It remains that way. The book sold 32 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 95%, with a high sale for a CGC 9.8 going for $840. Raws on average in near mint range are actually going for $229. Mine's probably a fine plus. I've got a colour breaking crease that goes round about here, but guys, I won this for free, and you can't go wrong with that, off that great YouTuber from across the pond, Joker68, in a brilliant competition. Okay, we're into the top 10. I've had worse starts. Let me know in the comments how many you get. I always like to know how many people beat me. Okay, number 10 on our list. The solicitation for Secret Invasion has dropped. I've just seen the trailer. Didn't really grab me, I've got to be honest. And it specifically mentions a group infiltrating for years. Well, that can mean many, many scrolls, many fans' attention shifted to this book. And it features the first appearance of the Warners. Yeah, we know that. A Skrull family that has completely integrated into society with a dad who works at S.H.I.E.L.D. and Gia. Now, there is a precedent for a semi-crossover, as Gia was disguised herself as Pepper Potts before. And some sites speculate that this is the role that the actress Emilia Clarke will be playing instead of Renki the Skrull Queen or the Sword Director Abigail Brand. Yeah, rumoured to be playing Gia the Skrull. Number 10 on our list is her first appearance in Meet the Skrulls, issue number 1. Yeah, this is the regular Marcus Martin cover. Decent read. What can I tell you about it? Well, it sold 22 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 120%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $170. Raws on average now going for $19. I paid £1.11 for this minty copy. I sold one the other day, but I also have the scarcer second printing, which comes from Marcus Martin, and I paid £2.50 for that minty copy. Hopefully they appear in the show or later on down the MCU line. Okay, number 9 on our list, we're back with Star Wars and The Mandalorian issue 2, but this time it is the 1 in 50 incentive, and it comes from Jim Cheung. Like I said, this being the first appearance of Grogu as such in comic books. Like I said, I think it's the first full appearance. Here we have it. Star Wars, The Mandalorian, the 1 in 50 incentive, and it's a fitting cover, I think, seeing the two battling together. Look at that. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Yeah, I'm excited for season 3, of course. It's all about Mandalore. This book, this 1 in 50, sold 31 copies, which is very impressive, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 85%, with a high sale raw copy going for $125 on average. Now though, they've dropped quite a bit, $78. Okay, number 8. Marvel, interesting book from 2007. And in addition to having an excellent cover, the son of Hulk, Scar, makes his first appearance in this issue. And this character is rumoured for the She-Hulk show. I've got a feeling we will see Scar at some point along with A-Bomb. I remember watching Hulk Agents of Smash, the animated show. A lot of fun. Number 8 on our list, I have it, from 2007, is What If Planet Hulk, issue number 1. And of course, we are rumoured to be getting a Planet Hulk movie at some point as well. First appearance of Scar Banner, the son of Hulk, and Kiera as a baby in this issue. This book tracked 16 copies sold, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 174%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $600 on average. Now the raws are a mighty $63. Paid 10 quid for mine in early 2020 on eBay. Won't get that now. Okay, number 7 on our list. This is a lovely book. It's a bit of bronze from 1971. Yeah, and the first season of Loki was, for me, the biggest letdown yet of all the Disney Plus shows. But for others, it was a smashing success. And fans are excited because we are getting a second season. And they're getting even more excited at the moment because there are recent rumours that Henry Cavill is in talks with Marvel to play Hyperion, Marvel's Superman as such. Yes, Hyperion is a member of the Squadron Supreme. who first appears in this book, and I have it. Like I said, from 1971, we are talking Avengers Issue 85, the first appearance of the Squadron Supreme team, a heroic version of the Squadron Sinister. And the characters in this team is Hyperion, who is Mark Milton, Nighthawk, who is Kyle Richmond, American Eagle, who is James Dorr Jr., who later becomes Blue Eagle, Golden Archer, Wyatt MacDonald, who was called Hawkeye in this issue, but later he was renamed Black Archer. You've got Lady Lark, who was Linda Lewis, and Tom Thumb, who was Thomas Thompson. Oh my days. We've also got the first appearance of Dr. Spectrum, who's Joseph Ledger, and the first appearance of Whizzer, who is Stanley Stewart. Fantastic issue. So many first appearances in it. This book sold 21 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 167% with a high sale of CGC 9.2, going for $800 and Raws on average now $103. Can have a closer look at my copy. Pretty solid indeed. Yeah, and what did I pay for this? Back end of 2020, I paid 20 quid for that. Absolute steal. Around about a 7.0, 7.5 range. Okay, number 6 on our list, a book I made a hot comic book alert, guys, about. I've said it before. I like the premise. Basically, 8 billion people in the world and everyone is granted just one wish. How would you spend yours? It has been picked up by Amazon. Yeah, it's already optioned. A recent book. It comes from Image Comics, and Charles Soule is behind it. We're talking 8 billion genies, of course. Issue number 1, the regular cover. I hope to find one eventually. They were at a con the other day that I was at, and they were asking 30 quid. I'm not paying that. Not for a modern book. I'll invest that into some bronze and silver. The book, though, is flying still. It sold 23 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 150% with a high sale near mint plus raw copy, going for $66. Raws on average now around about $43. I'm looking forward to that show, though. It sounds good. Okay, number 5 on our list, and we're talking about Into the Spider-Verse number 2. And this is a book from 1994, Marvel, of course. One leaked image from Hasbro's Game of Trouble, themed with characters and images from the upcoming Spider-Verse films, featuring a surprising image of the Scarlet Spider, aka Ben Reilly himself. And with this leak, Scarlet's first appearance in this issue has flown off the aftermarket shelves. This is a book I'm always looking for at cons. I can never find it. Number 5 on our list is the first appearance of the Scarlet Spider, and that comes in Web of Spider-Man, issue 118. It's always been a pretty pricey book, but right now, guys, it's going crazy. You know, the one I'm showing you here, somebody's asking $100 for. There is your book. It's not something I would pay silly money for, because I don't think it's a character we'll ever see in live action. But that's my real passion. But of course, we're getting the animated shows and films. The book sold 44 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 91% with a high sale CGC 9.8, going for $965. Raws on average now, like I said, around about $100. It's a cool character, and his origin is pretty cool as well. Okay, number 4 on our list, back with Star Wars. And not only is this the second Star Wars title on the list, but it's also the second series written by Charles Soule. Yeah, a recent release. Star Wars continues to be incredibly popular, obviously. Stay tuned for my next haul video, by the way. I have picked up an absolute banger of a haul. 63 issues, including so many Star Wars keys that I picked up for cheap. Well, this is, like I said, a recent book, and it's got a whole host of appearances, first appearances. It's 7, including Ambassador Givens, Major Sharon, General Paulton, and Kiara's nephew and niece, John and Beverly. Fans are all over this, because I think we're going to get Kiara. We might get these characters too. Number 4 on our list is Star Wars issue 26, the Chris Sprouse Choose Your Destiny variant. Good looking cover, though again I wouldn't pay too much for it. This Star Wars 26 though has got a lot behind it. Look at this. Cracker, isn't it? Plo Koon. Always liked that character. Would love to see more of him in one of the Disney Plus shows. We know he's dead, but of course they're doing time jumps all over the place, aren't they? The book though sold 25 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 231%, with a high sale raw copy going for $20 on average now, settling in at 16. And number 3 on our list, we are sticking with Star Wars issue 26, and we've just had the Obi-Wan show. Yeah, I'll give it around about 7.5 overall. Bit of a disappointment for me, I've got to be honest. Oh, by the way, check out my latest poll, guys, on my community page. I've put up all the live action Star Wars shows. You choose your favourite. What I've seen of Andor early, it could be my new favourite. Number 3 on our list, Star Wars issue 26, the John Tyler Christopher action figure variant. And of course, this showcases that character I just spoke about, and that is Obi-Wan Kenobi, who I think is rumoured for the Andor show, if I'm not mistaken. How cool would that be? I just love how that Andor is grounded, very much like Rogue One. There we go, Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi. What numbers did this one do? Very popular, this 26 book, isn't it? It sold 33 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 226%, with a high sale raw copy going for $18. And again, on average, $16. And number 2 on our list, we're back with the independent side of things, and this time we're talking an Ashcan. What way a way to celebrate the release under your new imprint. Frank Miller launched Frank Miller Presents alongside this book, and Frank Miller made a huge gesture to the community and sent this limited 12,000 copies issue to LCSs for free, with a suggested $1 retail. Not only that, but it also features a sequel to his infamous work Ronin, and fans are eager to acquire something this noteworthy, and the aftermarket is reacting accordingly. Number 2 on our list is Frank Miller Presents the Ashcan, and here it is, guys. Like I said, limited to 12,000 copies. I've just looked on eBay. They're not expensive now, guys. I've seen them as cheap as around about £5. Like I say, it was $1 to start with, but there's money to be made if you can find them. Find enough of them and you're going to be rolling in it. What numbers did this Ashcan do? I've got a few Ashcans in my collection, including the Stranger Things one. We tracked 126 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 111%, with a high sale raw copy going for $50. Not bad off $1. Raw's on average now $19. But like I said, I've seen one over here in the UK online for about £5. Okay, and holding the top spot, we are back with Star Wars 26. Here's your book, guys. Cover 8, the regular cover. Number 1 on our list, with 7 first appearances, is Star Wars issue 26. Yeah, 3 Star Wars 26s in the top 10 this time round, guys. What numbers did this book do to wrap things up? Like I said, let me know in the comments how many you got. I'm interested to see this one because this was flying, wasn't it? This book sold a whopping 130 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 232%. High sale raw copies were going for $30. On average now, they are $16. And that's it. That's a wrap, guys. I have 8 out of 20 this time round. Let me know how many you beat me by. I'll be coming back stronger. Trust me. Stay tuned for my next haul. It's a beast. Bye.